Hello everyone, this is the Mini Cooper E. I had it for almost 2 weeks and drove around 1500 kilometers, and I think we should talk about what I like about the car and what not, and especially who this car is for.
If your company has electric cars as company cars, of course you want your employee to charge at home. It's cheaper for you and it's easier for the employee. Tronity has a software solution for you to know how much you have to pay your employee for charging at home. With the Fleet Manager you manage your employees and your cars. Tronity connects to the cars and knows exactly when the car is charging at home and how much. And then you get an easy monthly bill for your employee. If you want to know more, there's a link in the description below.
So it's a nice small car, so of course there's not a lot of space in there, but of course parking, turning circle, driving around in small spaces is totally fine. It drives great in these things and it handles pretty good when you want to go into a corner. The trunk is almost for nothing. There's not a lot of space. We have a second floor where the charging cable fits, but maybe 2 or 3 charging cables. There's no frunk, and then since this is a door, to get into the rear seats you always have to put the seat forward, and when you do that then your position of your seat will be adjusted. And this car here doesn't have electric seats, so the position is always different. When I put this forward, then the position of the forward or backwards of the seat is totally different. Space on the rear seats, maybe for kids, for dogs, it's nice, but to put the dogs in here is so annoying because there's not a lot of space so you can get in. You only have 2 seat belts because there are only 2 seats back there, so space again is not the best. The interaction with the car when it comes to wipers, gear, music, infotainment system and cruise control is really okay. I'm okay with it. The indicator light is here. Here we have the wipers and they wipe okay, and spraying and everything, and here cruise control, and here music, phone and everything. And also that you have real buttons underneath for the gear, parking. You have a key that you switch for on and off, and here's your drive modes that they call experiences, but it's fine. And you have a lot of drive modes, but they don't do too much except for green. The others, it's just a design. It's not, the car doesn't drive different that I have noticed. You have assist system button here, which is nice, so you can do speed limit and lane departure warning, but you can also press the set button here and also does the speed limit warning, so that's nice. The infotainment system, like I said, looks good. You have a lot of things, you have apps and I don't know what, so that's really cool. You can install a lot of apps. But my problem with this infotainment system is that you have to press a lot to get your information. So if I am in my view here for the driving data, when I'm driving, I see a bar up here that tells me the state of charge, but not in the number. I have to press it so I see a number of my state of charge. Then if I want to see the map, I have to go to map, or I have to go over here to navigation to see my map, and then I don't see my average consumption. Again, I don't see my state of charge. I have to press again. I don't see a lot of things at the same time. Climate is also reduced. You have here your temperature and seat heating, but if you want to change something, you have to go in here and change it here. So I don't know. I find that there's a lot of space, but it is not being used nicely. It would be nice if I can see a bit more things at the same time, but since it's round, they decided to just have you have these 3s, and then, but what do I do with this? So why can I have the navigation here, and then here I see my average consumption and my kilometers, for example, and why don't I see the state of charge here as a number? That would be nice. Then I don't have to switch around all the time, and when I'm in here in the map, then I don't see anything. So I don't know. Navigation overall, by the way, is good. I liked it. It shows me not the state of charge on arrival right away. I have to press that extra button, but still it looks good. overall I like it, and that there are so many apps that you can install and so many settings. I mean, when I see all, it's just so much stuff that you can do, and I like that. So the infotainment system is fast, is good. I just don't like the choice of not seeing everything right away, especially with a small battery like this. The state of charge would be really important. So the car is not amazing for a long distance trip, and it's understandable. This is a city car with a small battery, 36.6 kilowatt hours, and it charges with a peak of 75 kilowatt. That's just way too slow for long distance driving. It just takes a lot of time. It's a city car, and you notice this, but if you have to drive a few hundred kilometers, it's okay, it works. It's a bit sad that you have to pop out a plastic thing even for AC charging, but it's fine, I can live with it. AC charging is 11 kilowatt, it does it normally. The charging overall, by the way, is not too bad. At 90% you still get 25 kilowatt, but then at 92% it drops down to 7 or 8 kilowatt. This is where it just takes way too long. Now in the winter with this car, what I noticed at home driving around, not even far, is that you just lose a lot of state of charge, even though this car has a heat pump, when you drive a bit, since it's just such a small battery. And I noticed that I charged most of the times at home to 100%, because even driving 30 kilometers somewhere and then, I don't know, having the car warm because the dogs were in there, and then driving around another 30 kilometers, and then you used 40, almost 50% of the battery. If you use the highway and drive 130, it's even more. So 80% for a daily drive in the winter, of course, but not too fast and not too far. Let's get to driving, and who will like this car? So overall, the car, even at 160, is pretty quiet. At 130, I like it quietness. The steering is very nice, I like it. Consumption is okay. The biggest problem, or then for the people who will like this car the best, is just the suspension. The suspension is extremely sporty, it's very bumpy. You drive over a tiny little thing and the whole car shakes. Even on a highway, if it's not a perfect highway, it jumps around. On a country road and city, oh my god, cobblestone, it's just horrible. And so they have a drive mode go-kart, and it has go-kart feeling, oh my god. So if you like that, then this is totally your car. And I get it that you want to drive with this car a bit with a go-kart feeling. It's fun, but if you just drive to work, if you drive around with your dogs, if you want to get somewhere, if you want to go shopping, at some point it gets a bit old. And you're like, okay, I get it. Can you please be comfortable now? And it just can't. There's no drive mode where it's comfortable. It's always very, very bumpy, and then it gets annoying, and not a fan. And this is what a car is for. As someone who likes it bumpy, sporty, go-kart feeling the whole time, this is your car. For the rest, this is not your car. It gets annoying and repetitive with the bumpiness very, very fast. The power is another thing. Yes, it has 184 horsepower, front wheel drive, and now in these conditions, so where it's a tiny bit wet, not perfect dry road, and winter tires on, you get spinning wheels like crazy if you floor it. So from a standstill flooring till 60 kilometers an hour, you get spinning wheels. Yes, that's fun, but if you want to get out of if you get on a road and want to accelerate fast, or if you want to pass someone at slow speed, the spinning wheels are just not fun and a bit dangerous too. So you have to know that you can't floor it when you drive really slow. When you're driving 60 or 70 and then floor it, it's fine. But from a standstill or very slow speeds, putting the power down in these conditions is very bad. So it doesn't work. This is the problem with front wheel drive. That's why I'm not a fan of it. And this car is also that way. So as you can hear, for me personally, this is not the car. My wife Cindy hated it every second driving this car, because everything that we need in a car, this car doesn't deliver, or does it in a bad way. And oh my god, it's so not our car. And I'm driving this car back to BMW now, and then I get our ID.7, and I'm very happy about that. Again, If you like what the car delivers, that's great. For us, it's not our thing at all, from comfort, power, navigation, infotainment system. This car can have adaptive cruise control and steering assist, but this particular car didn't have it. Also something, yeah, this is not my thing. But if you like it, have fun with it. It can be fun. For me, it gets old pretty fast. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BatteryLife1, and if you want to support the channel, you can do that here on YouTube via channel membership. And if you want to know what's happening behind the scenes, I have a third YouTube channel, Behind the Battery. But that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.